Let's break down the Knicks defense against the Hornets. The first thing I want to talk about is the first transition possession. Look at Brunson right here telling Mikhail to go down and guard this corner player. And then he's going to go guard Martin on this rim run. And there's just good communication. We haven't been the best in transition, so making sure we're clean on these defensive opportunities is important. Here you're going to see OG as a primary point of attack defender. We're pushing them late in the shot clock, right? OG is really strong at the point of the screen, strong again at the point of the screen. Here, notice the shot clock is 2.5 seconds left, one-on-one with OG. You take these opportunities. This is a great crossover, but like these are possessions you take. Late in shot clock, OG one-on-one. You just want to see that happen. Again, here in transition, everyone's in the right passing lane. There's a 4-on-3. We still stop this. There's a good contest by OG. And then once again, like there's only so much scheme, and changing the scheme matters. At some point, you just have to clean up all the little things to make up for the scheme. Right, so here's another example of clean communication. Already here, OG knows to switch on this guard-guard switch. I'm going to show examples from the first half too where it's a little slower. It's a great crossover and then just a good recovery. But it's a little slower in the first half. This one is very impressive. Look at Hart at this point. Hart's already saying I'm going to switch. On this double drag, when Hart says I'm going to switch, Mikhail takes no time to reconsider. They switch. And then because they already know they're going to switch, Hart pushes Michik further out. So this entire action is stopped, right? Now you're at 13 seconds. Again, OG, primary point of attack. Bring the shot clock down a little bit more. And then they're now late in the shot clock. Ball really far away from the rim. You're just forced into a tough shot. Like that's a perfect defensive possession for this lineup. You're going to see another example here. Here, Cat's and drop. You're going to see his hips aren't that turned, which is good. And then just negating this, good contest by Cat. Again, you just want more of these good possessions and less mental mistakes, less offensive rebounds, less transition opportunities. Here you're going to see a switch, which I think is interesting. You're going to see OG switch and then Brunson switch onto Miller. I think I want to see this more, just because I'm going to show you the all switchable defensive lineup with Precious, which is a killer for teams. But I think we can just play that with Brunson and have Brunson switch as well. Here's my favorite defensive possession from this lineup, or from the Brunson Cat lineup. Here, Cat and drop. They try to run a Spain, which does really nothing. But here, Cat forces this pickup. McBride's going to peel off onto the center. And then they're going to do a guard-guard switch with McBride and Mikhail. So this is really clean. Again, just want to emphasize that everything's a little sharper. So clean. And you see Mikhail here pointing to Cat. They're going to switch this and rotate perfectly. Watch this rotation. Everyone's on time. No one's a step late. And these are just the small things that if you clean up, no matter who the players are, no matter what the scheme is, the defense can make up for a lot of mistakes as long as everything is a little sharper. Here, Mikhail, you can see him force over the screen. And my last video, I said maybe he was tired. Maybe that's why he wasn't putting in effort. But I mean, at this point, he's run like 30 straight minutes. Great effort, push him a little further out, and then just get a steal. So everything just a little bit better helps overall on the defensive side of the ball. And then these are just like small mental errors. It's not even like a massive error, but great like early action, early flare by the Hornets. And then OG was caught slacking a little bit, and they get an open three. So like less of those possessions throughout a half, more of good ones, they add up. And then this is just examples of in the first half. Like here's supposed to be a guard-guard switch. They're just a little late. Open layup. Right? So you can see the sharpness is different. Just how clean everything is. Here, this is going to be a transition opportunity. Right? We have the advantage here. This is a 3-on-2. We have 3 players. The Hornets have 2. Or sorry, 3-on-3. But we just lose a man in transition. So you just can't make mistakes like that. Right? Here's an offensive rebound opportunity. It wasn't that different. There were 6 in the first half and then 4 in the second half. But offensive rebounds are killers, right? So we should be playing as perfect as we can. No mistakes, no offensive rebounds. And that'll help out our half-court defense as well. So these are just more examples from the first half. Look at this switch. So you're going to see OG here. Just pay attention to OG. Just a second slower, right? Like you see the hesitation. Let me see if I can play that back. It's just a small hesitation, but these things you don't see as much in the second half. And these add up, right? They score a ridiculous basket here. So like, of course, there's some shooting luck that happened in the first half and some shooting luck on our end where they miss open shots on the second half. But over the course of the game, you just want more good possessions. Here's the all switchable lineup. This lineup's going to be insane, right? Like Precious, every off ball action is switch, every on ball action is switch. I want to see this with Brunson as well because I think it'll still work. But watch this, right? So here, swing, off ball, or here's a switch, another pick, switch, and then on Brandon Miller. You feel comfortable with Achua on Miller. That's a fine matchup. Here's a block. Great recovery by OG. You're going to see the same thing here. Ready? One switch, easy. Second switch, easy. Like everything's quick. And then great contest. You just have really nowhere to go on the offensive side of the ball when there's no hesitation. Like there's no advantage created at all. Switch. Here, I think I just want this switch, honestly. And then switch. But like you can switch that earlier, to be honest. You don't even have to fight over the screen. And then the last one, everything's going to be switchable here as well. So off ball switch, good communication. On ball switch, good communication. One more switch, good communication. Right? Everything looks so clean. Like, what kind of shot are you getting here? You just can't get an open look. And then this works with Brunson, I think. I think you just let Brunson, like, live with that matchup. And you just let Brunson switch as well. This is on the last play of the quarter. Just crazy shot by Brandon Miller. But again, it's just all their picks before that. Let me just rewind that. All their screening action on the sideline out of bounds to try to get Miller open just didn't work. It's mainly just getting Miller the ball and then him hitting a crazy shot. So look at the screening action. They're going to try to screen for him. There's just no point in screening, right? Again, just switch. And then he just gets this inbound. So it's just going to be really hard to score on this lineup. I think it's hard to score on this lineup with Brunson too. And the last thing I want to talk about is a Cat Achua lineup. We talked about it in the Mitch video on the Strickland's YouTube, so go check that out if you haven't. But here's Achua in help. Here's Cat in drop. And then it's just a much better rim protector here, right? So Cat feels okay letting Curry, look at him open up, funneling him into Achua versus if that was Hart or McHale, Cat still needs to be the primary rim protector. So everyone rotates well. They hit a tough shot here. But rotations are good, funneling them into Achua. You can see the same thing here. Cat's in drop. Achua is helping. And then it's just a much better back line. So again, lots to be excited for the Knicks defense. Curious to see how we continue to use Achua moving forward. Excited to see how Mitch comes back, affects it as well. But yeah, a lot to be hopeful for.